So in yesterday's class, we were discussing about distribution. I told you some basics of what is distribution, and I told you what is volume of distribution. Today we will discuss about apparent volume of distribution. This is the realistic approach to volume of distribution. So just to recap, I told you distribution is the process in last class. What I told you, distribution is the process in which a drug is moving from its site of absorption. Okay? It is moving from the site of absorption to different tissues. Okay, using blood as a medium. अब डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन विल बी दैट प्रोसेस. ठीक है. अब टिश्यूज को ले लो या यहाँ पर टारगेट टिश्यू भी ले लो, वट एवर इट इज मूविंग टू डिफरेंट प्लेसेस इन योर बॉडी. It is exiting the blood space and it is entering into tissue space. Volume of distribution was defined as the volume that will accommodate all of the administered drug. If that drug is uniformly distributed in all of your medical testing. जितना वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या रहता है एसेंशियली स्पीकिंग, अगर मैं सपोज 500 mg ड्रग लिया, यहाँ पर मैं ऑलरेडी एग्जांपल दे रहा हूँ कि 500 mg ड्रग दे रहा हूँ मैं, एंड वर्टिकल imagine I take a little bit of blood from a little bit of blood from, let's suppose, your ankle, and a little bit of fluid from your CSF and a little bit of fluid from somewhere else. Ideal volume of distribution would be 42 liters in case of a 70 kg man. यहाँ पर already again defined कर दे रहा हूँ मैं. This is not concrete. Depending on person to person, this will change quite a lot. ठीक है. तो essentially speaking क्या होना चाहिए, ये 42 liters में completely uniformly that drug should melt or that drug should be distributed. That will be volume of distribution. The volume in which that drug is uniformly being distributed in each and every part of your body, each and every fluid of your body. आप plasma ले लो या whatever fluid ले लो, intracellular, extracellular, CSF, whatever it has the same concentration all over the body. But that is practically impossible. Why? Because of a factor called affinity. There are other factors as well, but this factor plays a very, very important role. ठीक है. Affinity क्यों ये करती? Drug affinity is the phenomenon of each drug wherein it has affinity to a certain type of tissue. So let's suppose it is a hydrophilic drug. Yesterday I told you it will tend to stay in blood. Okay, it would not want to leave blood as readily as you as a scientist or you as a prescriber would want it to leave. Ideal scenario mein, the drug is getting inside your body, it is getting liberated, it is getting absorbed. There is complete bioavailability, like 100% even with the oral drug, and that drug is reaching distribution, and each and every compartment of your body or each and every fluid of your body has the same volume or same concentration of blood throughout. Okay, that is ideal scenario. That does not happen. Okay, because certain drugs will have more affinity towards water, certain drugs will have more affinity towards fat. तो थोड़े क्या करते हैं, थोड़े ड्रग्स एडिपोज टिश्यू को चिपकते रहते हैं, थोड़े ड्रग्स ब्लड में चिपकते रहते हैं. That is why there is a term called apparent volume of distribution that was coined. Okay, इसको भी VD के वैसा ही represent करते हैं. It is just that VD will represent apparent volume of distribution rather than volume of distribution. In what you call common logical terms, what you see in a hospital as well, if there is ever mention of VD, they mean apparent volume of distribution rather than volume of distribution. Sometimes they will also write it as AVD. Okay, sometimes, not always. What is apparent volume of distribution? We already know that it is practically impossible to get uniform drug distribution throughout your body. So for the sake of ease, what you can do is the whole body will be considered as one compartment with fluid. Okay, this is the body as one compartment. This is only what you are considering for ease. Okay, body is considered as one compartment without any organs. There is only fluid in this. Okay, and there are no organs, there are no blood vessels. There will be other different compartment, which is your plasma. So for sake of ease, to understand apparent volume of distribution, what we are doing is we are dividing the body into two compartments. One is the body with filled with fluid with no organs, and another is your plasma. Apparent volume of distribution will be the theoretical volume of distribution, which will accommodate the entire drug in the body. so that the concentration throughout the body fluid is the same as plasma. I'll repeat once again. This apparent volume of distribution, once again. I went a little slow. हाँ जी, हाँ जी, right. So ये fluid को अपन volume of distribution कब बोल सकते हैं? It will be called volume of distribution when it is able to accommodate the entire drug. Entire drug meaning, let's suppose 500 mg drug there है. This is API. Okay, I'm not talking about excipients. This is the API that I'm giving, and this compartment, this fellow, we got different color. This fellow in blue, your body, the fluids in your body are able to accommodate uniform amount of drug or essentially the entire drug, and its concentration is the same concentration as it would be in plasma. Okay, इसका मतलब क्या है? We are taking into consideration drug affinity as well, but जितना भी distribution हो रहा, यहाँ पर आप क्या कर रहे हैं? Organs को consider नहीं कर रहे, because we are ruling out drug affinity for the period of time. ठीक है, अभी के लिए we are ruling out drug affinity. Why? Because what happens is out of 500 mg, here it, practically speaking, some of the drug will definitely get absorbed here and there. तो आप कैसे consider कर रहे हैं? Let's suppose your drug has affinity towards adipose tissue. Example, whatever drug you are giving, let's suppose you are giving some A drug, and that drug has affinity towards adipose tissue. अब प्लाज्मा में जैसा ड्रग फ्लो हो रहा, let's suppose there are bits and pieces of drugs that is going around. ठीक है? What will happen is even through plasma, whenever this drug is coming across adipose tissue, it will get attracted to adipose tissue and some of it will be lost. But what we are considering with apparent volume of distribution is whatever amount of drug is left in the plasma and the concentration that is achieved in the plasma of that drug after it has undergone affinity with that particular tissue, adipose tissue रह दो या जो भी रह दो, यहाँ पर जितना भी drug है, that same concentration should be present among tissues. Okay, that is how you are indirectly ruling out these affinity tissues or you adipose tissue. I'll repeat once again, just in case you did not understand. Abhi volume of distribution mein we are taking everything, right? We are taking organs, we are taking all every tissue and all of that, and we were telling that in ideal scenario, each and every part of your body should have same concentration of blood, but that does not happen. So आप क्या कर रहे हैं? Apparent volume of distribution define कर रहे हैं. अपैरेंट वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन क्या है? इसमें आप ब्लड को एक कंपार्टमेंट पे ऐसा ट्रीट कर रहे हैं, प्लाज्मा एसेंशियली, एंड आप आपके टिश्यूज को एक और कंपार्टमेंट पे ऐसा ट्रीट कर रहे हैं, विच इज ऑल्सो फिल्ड विद फ्लूइड, इंटरस्टिशियल फ्लूइड बोल लो या जो भी. ठीक है, ये है बॉडी जिसके अंदर फ्लूइड है, एंड दिस इज प्लाज्मा विच हैज फ्लूइड. Now, let's suppose there is some tissue which the drug has affinity to. In this case, let's suppose it is adipose tissue. The logic behind this is that even if you give 500 mg of the drug, let's suppose because of affinity, some drug is lost here. Let's suppose about 50 mg of drug is lost here. 50 mg of drug is going and getting deposited in adipose tissue throughout your body. ठीक है, यहाँ पर for sake of ease I'm just writing adipose like that. We are discussing about adipose tissue throughout your body. Okay, तो adipose tissue में 50 grams चले गया, बचा कितना? 450. Apparent volume of distribution ये बोलता है अपने को कि whatever amount of drug is getting distributed in plasma, that same concentration will be achieved in body as well, leaving this out. ठीक है, it means that the theoretical volume that would accommodate the entire drug in the body, in brackets, forget about the affinity, we'll come to that affinity drugs the affinity tissue part, but for now the theoretical volume that would accommodate the entire drug in the body if the concentration throughout the body fluids, ठीक है, इसमें इसके अंदर जितना भी concentration है is the same as plasma. समझ में आया? If you want me to repeat again or if you want me to explain it in a different way, I'll, because इसके बाद एक छोटा progression आता, then it will be slightly more easier for you to understand what happens to the drug that is going into adipose tissue. That will be taken into account after this. If you understood this concept, then you will understand that. That is what I'm telling. Okay, so I'll give you a formula that might make it a little easier. Apparent volume of distribution find करने के लिए. So VD is equal to dose administered by IV. Okay, we are taking IV for these because IV has 100% bioavailability divided by plasma concentration. इसका मतलब क्या है? आप VD कैसे मालूम कर रहे हैं? आप एक ड्रग दिए पेशेंट को, ठीक है? You know how much amount of dose you have given to the patient in IV, and after a couple of hours or couple of minutes, you are withdrawing a little bit of blood and you are checking the concentration of drug that is being achieved in plasma. Here, by doing this, by dividing the plasma concentration that has been achieved after giving a certain dose by IV इसलिए दे रहे हैं because we know there will be minimal losses or almost no losses. Bioavailability almost 100% है, तो absorption कम होने का chance नहीं है उतना ज़्यादा. That is why IV is used here. Once you are giving a certain dose, let's suppose a person has been given 1000 mg of a drug, some drug A, ठीक है, and by IV, and after a few hours you are checking plasma concentration and you find that the plasma concentration is 50 mg per ml. Okay, so in each and every ml of your plasma there is 50 mg of drug. इसका मतलब क्या है? 50 by 1000 में 50 करें तो 20 liters आता. This will give you apparent volume of distribution. इसका मतलब क्या है? 50 mg of drug. अब मैं 1000 mg जो टोटल दिया था, 50 mg थोड़ा 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 करके it is being distributed in only 20 liters of that person's body, not in 42 liters. अभी समझ में आया डिफरेंस बिटवीन वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन एंड अपैरेंट वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन? अपन वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन में ये कंसिडर कर रहे थे कि ड्रग शुड आइडियली बी डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन 42 liters, but that is not happening. In real scenario, what is happening is if you take plasma concentration, एक ड्रग आप डोज एक सर्टेन डोज आप एडमिनिस्टर कर दिए पेशेंट को आईवी के थ्रू, technically speaking, that whole drug has gone into the person's body. Okay, there are no losses at all. Gone into the person's body, by that I mean it has gone into systemic circulation. Only then the drug will be registered by your body. अच्छा, आ गया drug will be. Okay, there are no losses. And after a few hours, you are checking plasma concentration a couple of times, and you are finding that consistently plasma concentration is 50. उससे आपको पता चलता कि ये ड्रग अब 1 ml of plasma में 50 है, तो कितने फ्लूइड में डाइल्यूट हुआ, that you are trying to find. That will be your volume of distribution, in how much amount of fluid that drug has been distributed. समझ में आया? I hope you are able to follow and you are able to understand. If you did not, please feel free to ask because these concepts are very, very important. Okay, I think that is a yes then. Now, coming to that tissue affinity part. अब यहाँ पर क्या करते? लेट्स सपोज एडिपोस टिश्यू में ड्रग, एडिपोस टिश्यू में थोड़ा ड्रग जाके बैठ गया, ठीक है, एंड देयर इज सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ऑफ द ड्रग इन प्लाज्मा. लेट्स सपोज इनसाइड द प्लाज्मा देयर इज अबाउट 50 mg per ml of drug. Slowly what will happen is, as the drug is getting liberated, it is getting absorbed and it is reaching the site of distribution, which is your blood. Eventually from blood, this drug will go to site of action and the concentration of drug inside your blood will slowly start to dip. It will slowly start to decrease. मतलब 50 से maybe 48 होता, फिर 40 होता, फिर 30 होता. अब जैसा ये concentration कम होते जाता, यहाँ पर क्या होता? Because of affinity, some amount of drug has already gone inside your adipose tissue. Let's suppose this much amount of drug has gone inside adipose tissue. Because of concentration difference, क्या होता है? यहाँ पर concentration high है अभी, ठीक है? Adipose tissue में concentration of drug high है. Let's suppose it was also 50. Example, ठीक है? 50 mg per gram of adipose tissue or 50 mg per milligram of adipose tissue, whatever you take, ठीक है? इतना कंसंट्रेशन था. यहाँ पर भी स्टार्टेड आउट विद 50 mg per ml. स्लोली आपके टिश्यू स्पेस में जैसा ड्रग जाते जा रहा, ये concentration कम होती जा रही. You also have the factor where the drug is not completely being liberated and absorbed at the same time. Slowly it is going in. So let's suppose after this is happening, this phenomena where it is slowly decreasing is happening after 5 hours. Okay. पहले आप drug दिए, let's suppose you gave the drug at 10 a.m. in the morning. Okay. At 10 a.m., the drug was administered, and slowly by the time of by 11 a.m., you are seeing the effects of the drug. So, for example, let's suppose it is some drug A, and you are seeing the effects of drug A. अब ये scenario में क्या होता है? Let's suppose it is a lipophilic drug, especially. In that scenario, what you are considering already is some of the drug has a 500 mg दिए, example. 500 mg में से थोड़ा ड्रग ऑलरेडी एडिपोज टिश्यू में चले गया और उसमें जाके बैठ गया. Okay, imagine 50 or 100 mg has already gone inside your adipose tissue and it is nicely sitting inside that adipose tissue. Okay, because it has affinity to the adipose tissue. From 11 a.m. onwards, what will happen is slowly whatever remaining drug is, अब ये 100 mg निकाल दिया तो 400 mg बचता है इसमें से. 400 mg is being absorbed and it is being liberated and absorbed and slowly, slowly ये पूरा हो रहा. अब ये भी 100 mg जो अपन कंसिडर कर रहे हैं पूरा एक साथ नहीं चले आ रहा. It is a scenario where the drug is getting liberated, it is getting absorbed. Once it enters distribution, because of affinity, it is going to certain tissue, and some of the drug which, let's suppose the drug has quite a lot of affinity and a lot of drug is going to adipose tissue, a little bit of drug is left here. So let's reverse the scenario. ऐसा कर देंगे. 400 mg adipose tissue में चले जा रहा, 100 mg बच रहा आपकी सर्कुलेशन में. इसका मतलब क्या है? 400 mg से कॉन्सेंट्रेट हो जा रहा आपको एडिपोज टिश्यू में और जगह नहीं है ड्रग रखने की. तो whatever is not present should be present in your blood. जितना भी आप ड्रग दे रहे हैं उसमें से ज्यादातर आपके एडिपोज टिश्यू में चले आ रहा, जो भी बचा हुआ है वो ब्लड में रह रहा. ये ब्लड में इसलिए रह रहा क्योंकि देयर इज नो मोर प्लेस इन एडिपोज टिश्यू. आई होप यू गाइस आर फॉलोइंग द लॉजिक हियर. ओके, यहाँ पर क्या होता, this 100 mg is able to, let's suppose, maintain a concentration in blood of 5 mg per ml, example, rather than 50, let us make 5 mg per ml. It is able to maintain a concentration of 5 mg per ml at any instance, meaning at any time after 11 a.m. If you poke the patient, take out a little bit of blood and check, you will be able to find that the blood has 5 mg per ml. Now slowly as this drug concentration starts to wane, as it decreases, अब ये 100 mg है, कितनी देर चलेगा? Let's suppose it lasted for about 2 hours, example. What will happen is around 1 p.m. the concentration of drug in your blood has dipped. Okay, from 5 mg, let's suppose it has gone down to 1 mg per ml. अब यहाँ पर concentration बहुत ज्यादा है, यहाँ पर concentration बहुत कम है. क्या होता? यहाँ से slowly drug will start seeping out. ठीक है, any substance will move from a place of its higher concentration to a place of its lower concentration. तो क्या होता है? adipose tissue में से slowly drug will start leaking out into your blood and it will start entering systemic circulation. Because of that, what will happen? ये 1 mg ml जो हुआ था ये बढ़ने लगता, फिर slowly it might not reach 5 mg per ml, or sometimes it will reach, but let's suppose safe to say it will reach at least 3.5 mg per ml. ठीक है, तो प्लाज्मा कंसंट्रेशन फिर बढ़ गया. ये फ्लक्चुएशंस चलते रहते हैं. ठीक है, टिल लेट्स सपोज up to 5 p.m. By 5 p.m. what is happening is most of the drug out of this 400 mg which has gone into adipose tissue is being lost or is being removed from adipose tissue. It is entering systemic circulation and it is going into tissue space where it is going to target tissue and showing its effect. इसका मतलब क्या है? By 5 p.m. most of the drug, almost all of the drug, let's suppose all of the drug has been eliminated from adipose tissue as well, and adipose tissue में कुछ भी drug नहीं बचा हो, and all of it has went to its target site and got used. इसका मतलब यहाँ पर क्या आता? ड्रग का ड्यूरेशन ऑफ एक्शन जो है 11 to 6 hours हो गया ना. समझ में आया कॉन्सेप्ट ये कैसा चल रहा? We started out with one drug which was lipophilic. We know that it is lipophilic. ठीक है, and the person, let's suppose, has good enough amount of adipose tissue. Even if they are healthy, they have some amount of adipose tissue. Most of the drug that you are giving is getting liberated and absorbed, and most of the drug is, when it is entering distribution, it is going to the tissue, it has affinity towards, and it is getting stored there. Meaning that affinity tissue, let's suppose the drug has affinity to liver as well. Example, that the drug has very very high affinity to liver. Imagine. तो क्या करता ज्यादातर ड्रग जाके लिवर में बैठ जाता. Okay, most of the drug will literally go and sit inside the liver. Okay, whatever amount is left is getting distributed in the blood, and from blood it will get transported to different compartments of your body, different tissues of your body, and it will go to the target site. As it is being used, slowly that concentration in blood will start to dip. And let's suppose the initial concentration was some 5 mg per ml in your plasma, in your blood, slowly dipped down to 1 mg per ml. Now bear in mind that liver has good concentration of drug. Because the drug had affinity towards liver, it went and nicely sat there. Now, what will happen is, because of imbalance in the concentration in your blood and liver, slowly the drug will start moving into the blood, into your microcirculation, and it will start entering the blood. And what will happen is, this dip in plasma concentration of drug will start increasing to 3.5. यहाँ पर example में 3.5 दिया, it might start increasing slowly. 2 हो सकता, 3 हो सकता, 5 हो सकता. Okay. And what will happen is, you'll start again seeing the effect of the drug. See, this is happening continuously. So it is not like you will see a complete decline in the function of the drug and again you will see the drug starting to take effect. It will just be that inside the body, if you check, अगर आप let's suppose 15 minutes या 1 hour को थोड़ा blood draw करके check करते रहे, then you'll be able to see. Initially there was 5 mg per ml, then after a while it became 1 mg per ml, then after a while again it rose up. Okay, you will see the effect of the drug throughout, but what will happen is, as soon as this concentration is decreasing, liver will start compensating the drug, or the tissue whichever has affinity to it will start losing the drug, and it will start entering the blood. From there it will go to target tissue again, wherein it will keep on continuing entering into blood till that affinity tissue does not have any drug remaining. तो जितना भी जाके लिवर में बैठ गया था पूरा खाली हो जाता. Okay, and this will work out till that drug is present in your blood until it is able to perform its function to the target site. Once that is done, that is how you will determine your duration of action of the drug. Okay, I hope you understood the concept here, what is happening, and I hope this clears out what is apparent volume of distribution is there. यहाँ से ये affinity tissue के साथ अपन इसलिए exclude कर रहे थे क्योंकि later on what will happen is that fellow will also start releasing drug. Okay, it will get distributed in those 20 liters only, but that fellow will also slowly start releasing drug, that excess amount of drug that was going and sitting inside that affinity tissue. Okay, if you want me to repeat anything, please feel free to ask. All right, now we'll go to factors affecting VD. Okay. Now there are 3-4 factors that are affecting VD. First factor will be lipid water coefficient of the drug. It technically comes down to whether it's lipophilic or hydrophilic. Okay. अगर lipid soluble drug है, it will have high VD. If it is lipid soluble. क्यों? Because it is able to cross more membranes. It is able to enter spaces where hydrophilic drug might not be able to enter as easily. ठीक है? Lipid soluble drug है, मतलब उसको penetrate करने and इधर उधर जाने बहुत easy रहता है compared to any drug which is hydrophilic. It will have a harder time to go through membranes or travel to other parts of the body if it is hydrophilic. If it is low lipid soluble, मतलब low VD. If its lipid solubility is low, simple as it is. Then we have pKa. pKa value of the drug. Now pKa value is essentially ionization, degree of ionization को बोलते हैं pKa. I can type it out. Degree of ionization. Now, degree of ionization in any physiological pH, it means that the ease with which the drug is getting ionized. ठीक है? अगर pKa हाई है, इसका मतलब यह है कि उसकी डिग्री ऑफ आयनाइजेशन हाई है. डिग्री ऑफ आयनाइजेशन हाई रहने का मतलब यह है that fellow will immediately turn into ionic form very easily. Okay, I'll repeat once again. pKa refers to degree of ionization of any substance, any chemical substance. If a chemical substance has high pKa, it means that its degree of ionization is high, meaning it will easily get ionized. Okay, with the smallest stimulus, that fellow will get ionized. If you remember, I told you, ionized drugs will not get absorbed properly. इसका मतलब क्या होता? If a drug has low pKa and it is lipid soluble, ठीक है? If it has low pKa and it is lipid soluble, volume of distribution will be high. Okay. If it is not getting ionized, it will be able to travel much more faster and it will be able to get absorbed easily. It will be able to perform its function easily. If it is getting ionized, it will not get absorbed easily, especially if you combine it with low lipid solubility. Imagine it is hydrophilic and it has, a tendency to get ionized, to become ionic in nature. It will have very low volume of distribution. ठीक है? Volume of distribution क्यों important है यहाँ पर? वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन हाई रहने का एडवांटेज ये है, आप जिधर भी टारगेट साइट है, लेट्स सपोज देयर आर मल्टीपल टारगेट साइट्स, दैट ड्रग इज एबल टू इजीली गो टू ऑल ऑफ दोस टारगेट साइट्स एंड इट इज एबल टू फंक्शन देयर. ठीक है? लो लिपिड सॉल्युबिलिटी रहा तो देयर इज अ चांस दैट द ड्रग मे नॉट रीच द टारगेट साइट ऑल टुगेदर. ठीक है? दैट इज व्हाई इन जनरल यू वुड वांट ड्रग्स दैट हैव हाई वॉल्यूम ऑफ डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. Then there is another factor that affects the volume of distribution, that is degree of plasma protein binding. Plasma protein binding. We have your general plasma proteins, we have globulins, albumins, fibrinogen. These proteins have an affinity to get stuck to drugs. Okay. Later on, as we discuss more about pharmacology, I'll talk about what is the plasma protein binding and why it is important. But essentially, what happens is albumin, globulin, especially these two, they have a tendency to capture and keep the drug. Or some drugs have, they are a big fan of these plasma proteins. There is a problem because of that. If the drug is being stuck to that protein, it will not go to the target site. Think of it this way. Imagine you have a child with you, okay? And you are going to some fair or some exhibition or something, and they see a small teddy bear or they see some toy, okay? And you just want to roam around that convention or that exhibition wherever you are going. If that child is getting stuck to that toy, that fellow will not want to leave that toy and it will not want to go around. If it is not a toy, like imagine it is a ride. Imagine it is merry-go-round or some ride like that, and that kid only wants to stay there. What will happen? Because of that, you or the kid will not be able to move around here and there in the in the fest or in the exhibition as such. The same thing is happening to the drug. If the drug is highly protein bound, especially to albumin, let's suppose, if it is binding to albumin very tightly, that fellow will not be able to go to the target site. Even if it is passing by that target site, it will not leave the protein. If it is bound to the protein, it will not be able to cross through the blood, your blood vessel, and it will not be able to enter tissue space. If you remember, it drug particle जो है, protein बहुत बड़ा रहता, it will not be able to pass through your blood vessel as such. Basic physiology. Your proteins are pretty big and there is a negative charge, strong negative charge on a protein. The same will be on your tunica intima. This makes sure that proteins are not being lost. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पर एक ड्रग अगर प्लाज्मा प्रोटीन को चिपक के बैठा है, what will happen is even if that plasma protein and drug combination comes close to the edge of the blood vessel, it will not be able to penetrate, will not be able to go out of the blood vessel. Ultimately, what is happening because of this, the drug is not able to perform its function and you will not see any effect. So in conclusion, if any drug has high plasma protein binding capacity, it will have low volume of distribution. It will not, even though it is flowing in blood, it is not entering tissue space, because of which volume of distribution is low. If it has low plasma protein binding, if it is not binding to any proteins, if it is not getting attracted to any protein, It will be readily available to cross any tissue space and enter into any fluid, and it will be able to perform its function. So that is how degree of plasma protein binding gets affected. अगर degree of plasma protein binding high है, VD low रहता है. अगर degree of plasma protein binding low है, VD high रहता है. Of that drug, if that drug is attracted to a protein and it is getting stuck to the protein, then volume of distribution will be low. If that drug is not attracted to the proteins, it will be able to easily penetrate into tissue space and perform its function. Okay, so we'll leave that till here. We'll continue with the other factors that are affecting VD in the next class. I hope you understood till here. If you have doubts, please feel free to ask. Okay, and read.